G'day guys, what's cracking? It's your old mate 2Aussie here again. So have you heard the news from Subway? They brought out something they're calling the Sub Dog. Now, folks, please know, and you will know if you're an OG to the channel, that I have in the past I've had a love-hate relationship with Subway. I haven't done one of their products for ages, for a couple of years, probably a couple of years actually. But everyone's doing this thing, and I got to see what all the hype's about. So folks, we're heading into Subway today. I'm going to bury the hatchet, give them another crack, and see how it all pans out. The hot dog, Frankfurts, are in the cold counter. So we're going to get it toasted and see if it warms it up. But I have a feeling it ain't going to be hot. So, guys, I reckon there's only one way to find out. We'll head into Subway, see what all the hype's about, and I'll circle back to you with the goods. Let's get it. All right, this is it, folks. Over the top. Ugh, if I can grab it. So we went with a foot long. You'll love to see it. Will it be too much to handle 12 inches? Let's find out. And let's see what all the hype's about. Good stuff. Now, I feel like I've rekindled an old romance here. Great service today. I never had problem with their service at Subway. They've always been pretty good. Just a few things that I guess I didn't understand a lot of it in the past, but I'm willing to give them another crack. So let's open it up and check it out. Feels good, baby. So it might feel good, but will it taste good? That's what you want from your food. Doesn't matter how it feels. As long as it ain't disgusting. Alright, so we got, as you can see, ketchup and mustard. This is going to be a very messy affair. Oh, they didn't cut it. I thought they'd cut it. That's alright. I'm cool with that. So let's try and open it up a little bit. I grabbed some jalapenos. I think what it's supposed to have on it is the American mustard, or the mustard, tomato sauce, the hot dog, cheese, and you can add a few little veggie type things. So I got some onion, jalapenos. I whacked some pickles on it, and I can't lie, I can actually smell them. The smell of the jalapenos and pickles is really hitting me in a good way. Bit of tomato, you know how much I love me tomato. The girl there was very generous with the cheese. Look at that cheese in there, you can probably see it. Looking totally eats well. But the thing I have to try is, having it heated up, I can already feel it. It did heat it up. I was thinking they weren't calling this a hot dog because it wasn't going to be hot, but because it was in the cold counter. But I didn't know if this toaster thing would heat it up enough to make it hot. And it is actually hot. I can feel it. Pretty decent taste in Frankfurt too. And you probably noticed it somewhere along the line. Don Smallgood. So that's the hot dog brand. His Don is good. And it is bloody good. I'm totally impressed with that. But without further ado, boo-boo, it's time to whack it in me gob. I reckon it looks like a hot mess, but I reckon it's going to be totally eats well. So it's time to whack it in me gob and see how it hits. Let's do it. I might start from this end because I already ate that bit of hot dog there. We've got to get the full experience. OMB. Not easy to wrap your laughing gear around this one. So on first bite, really all I got was jalapenos. I didn't even touch the hot dog. Look at that, or the Frankfurt. Well, I'm starting to see what all the hype's about now. I'm actually enjoying this. Probably was a bit of a mistake, believe it or not, that I'm saying this. Putting the tomato on there. She did ask me did I want it on later after it was grilled, but it's a little bit soggy, the tomato. But you know what? If I did it again, I wouldn't have put the capsicum or the olives on either. You could put that on. I would just ditch the tomato next time, but it's still pretty decent. I'm enjoying it. Wow, what an explosion of flavours there. Bit of jalapeno, bit of mustard, bit of pickle. It's all happening. I'm loving it. It's a pretty decent feed for a hot dog. Nice and cheesy. Now, did I tell you the price? I don't think I did. Tell them the price, son. If you wanted a 6-inch sub, half of what we already had, $8.90. Now, why I went with the big boy was it's $12.90, only $4 more for the extra 6 inches. And if I don't finish it off, I actually think I will finish this though. There'll be some for Ron, but I don't think there will be. I reckon I'll finish this off. You may not see that, but I reckon I will. So it really is a hot mess, but in a good way, and it tastes sensational. I really am enjoying this. A little bit of onion on there, a bit of red onion, gives it a nice bit of flavour. So, $8.90 for the 6-inch, the foot long, $12.90. I reckon that ain't too bad for a hot dog these days, especially $12.90 for 12 inches. Size does matter when the value comes into play. So, for that reason, I'm going to give it, I reckon, a 4.25 stars out of 5 for value and for taste. It's been great to get back to Subway now. This has made me even feel more like I want to continue the relationship. So for taste, for me, it's a bit of a winner. I'm totally enjoying it. And I think the combo I put on, even though I said the tomato wasn't great, I love me tomato. It's okay. Hasn't really spoiled her. Just a little bit soggy, that's all. But it's a bloody winner. I'm going to give it 4.5 stars out of 5 for taste. This combo, I love it. And with all that being said, what's the beveragino, I hear you ask? We've got an old favourite. We've tried this in the past. Bar, Dandelion and Burdock. Picked it up at Woolworths. Well, Liz actually grabbed it for me. She didn't realise I've done this one in the past. But that's okay. From what I remember, it was a pretty decent drink. $2.80 at Woolworths. Let's pour it. Have a swig because I really am getting a bloke's size thirst. Oy. Get a head on that. Have to slow down. Oh yeah, that doesn't fit the whole can, does it? Yamas! Looks a bit like Coke, but it actually doesn't taste like it. Pretty decent. We won't rate it. I've done it in the past. It's a pretty decent drink. Tastes good. I'd tell you if it wasn't. Needed that. Just needed a drink. So back to this sucker, folks. I'm glad I've rekindled my relationship with Subway, and I did notice a couple of things there I may do in the future, but who knows. We'll see what happens. So far, good experience today. The service was great. So folks, I'm a happy little chappy, and you know it. So folks, I'm going to bounce. I'll devour this off camera. I love how much cheese is in there. Very cheesy. She really did a good job of that. Time to vamoose. I'm going to eat this in private. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And remember, you can never be too Aussie. Hooroo. Stay fresh. Now I know what all the hype's about. It's amazing.